Alright guys, so here's the first part of the Majin Vegeta battle damage custom that I'm going to be working on. For those of you who don't know what Vegeta I'm talking about, I will be making that look. And I'll take you step by step on what you'll need and how I'm going to do it. The first part that I'm going to do is before anything, I'm going to pop off the arms, the neck, and the head. I will be doing some tweaking to the hair. I might give it one more spike here and kind of like draw. I'm considering about drawing in lines. I don't know how that's gonna look, if it'll look good or bad. But I have been thinking about just using line work because I am on the on Google Images here, and Majin Vegeta doesn't really seem to have much more spikes. If I can just show you that picture right there from the Xenoverse game, he only has one more spike, just right above here. So I might just end up giving him one more spike. But so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to spray paint white the area that will be skin color. So for instance, right around here, he has a tear on his leg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape up here, and I'm going to tape up the upper leg. And I'm just going to completely detach the whole leg, and I'm going to also try to detach it from here and up to here and just get the knee joint by itself. And I'm going to spray paint it white. And this will allow it to have a better or an easier color palette to, or it's going to make it easier to color in right here, because what did I do? It's going to be a lot harder to try to paint a skin color over the color blue. I should know because I did that on my Goku or the Final Battle Goku, and it was a lot harder painting over this blue. So I'm going to spray paint this white. Same goes right here. He has another tear around right here. So I'm just going to tape up everywhere and just spray paint it white. And then lastly, he has a tear from like around here all the way up to around back here. So right here he has a bit of like sculpted lines like for suit. I'm just gonna try and sand this away and kind of sand away any area that doesn't look like flesh. This will make it a lot easier to just give off the impression that he has a tear. See, as you can see right there, he has the tear right there, and also the hair, I guess, right there. As we can see, it's not too different. You know, he has maybe a few extra spikes, but nothing too drastically different. I will be coloring the hair this color, and I will also be coloring the blue, darker blue, just to make it look more anime. And of course, lastly, we're gonna add in the these scuffage, but that will all come in towards the very end. We can zoom out. So that's the first part, guys, and like I said, I'll take you step by step. But so right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna detach the arms, the neck, and I'm just gonna kind of detach everything. Tape up the area where the scuffage will be, and then we're going to move on to the next part, which will be the clay hanging drapes. So stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, so here's moving on to the next stage. So what I did was, I took some tape and I taped it right around the area where I wanted it to be white. And then I spray painted it white. Now this is going to give me an outline for where the skin tone or the skin area is going to be. So after we do that, we want to just go ahead and start the clay sculpting. So here's the, I did not do the back. That's a total mistake on my part. But so here's the right leg. This is the leg that has the whole suit tattered, or the whole, the whole leg here is tattered apart. I obviously did the top piece and I did the bottom piece and this all white skin. What I did was I wet the clay to really blend it into the suit, and then I just went in with some sandpaper and I sanded it away, just making it a little more crisp and a little more sharp. And then on the other leg here, I did the same. As you can see, I kind of scraped away the white paint, but here's the tear that he has on the side of his leg, and the only tear left is on the chest here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and as well as kind of sculpt the Majin hair a bit, And then I'm going to go ahead and just repaint it all. I'm going to repaint the boots, going to repaint the dark blue, and that should be it, guys. So I'll keep you posted if I need to tell you guys anything on the way. Alright guys, and after all of that work and effort, here is the final product for Majin Vegeta Battle Damaged, if I can get a full view of him. There we go. So here's the overall result. Let's just take a closer look at him. As we can see, we have the scuffed knee here, which I did go excessive amount of red blood on it, but I'll explain that in a bit. Feel free to really just go and just scratch him up, because in watching the fight scene again, you really notice that, you know, he has a lot of blood. A lot of blood everywhere. So just taking a quick look at him again. Taking a quick look at his face there. So let's go ahead and then address some key factors that will really help you guys in making this figure. So I did learn a few things along the way of making this figure. One of the important things is that you really want to spray paint the areas where you're going to apply the skin color white. That is a very important step in making him. I found that it was a lot easier to paint over the white to the skin color, because what happened is right here before, see, I separated everything from Vegeta. I should have shown a picture before this, and like I said, I just split apart everything. And so it's very important to paint these areas white with your spray paint, because what happened at his knee here is that I did not fully coat the knee with the white paint. I gave around here, here, and down here about like 2 to 3 sprays, but I only gave the knee 1, which made the knee really paint chip. It made the paint chip a lot. So in moving the figure, the paint chipped right around the knee. And I was trying to paint it the skin color, but because it was the blue undercolor again, it made it really impossible to do it. So I just ended up going with some blood effect. And, you know, like I said, it doesn't look too bad. He has a huge scrape on his knee in some of the fight scenes and others not. So I think that really fits. Other important things to keep in mind is I learned a little trick. Let me see if I can zoom into get a clear shot of his face. Around the blood effects in his eye, doing it with a paintbrush was a lot harder to do. So what I ended up discovering is that if you take a toothpick and you dip it into some red paint, it makes it incredibly easy to draw out those lines. And for everything else, I used for these damages here, I just used a fine tipped pen, and I just went in and added it everywhere, and then with just a very thin brush, I took some red and just painted it across. I also dabbed it in these areas around here just to make it look like it's bruising and it's red and there's blood everywhere. Originally there was a piece of clay that was supposed to stick off from here, but in watching the show, he didn't really have any pieces sticking out from here. He only had it up top. So I just decided to just paint it. I think it looks really good. He still does articulate very well. You know, I can still get into the poses. I think a pose that is the most iconic for this figure would be, of course, the final atonement pose where he sticks his hand down and is ready to blast himself away. Let me fix the lighting. Let me see. That looks a little bit better. Of course, this is his pose from the final atonement scene. For the hair, it was really hard to paint the edges around here because it had that weird shading effect, but it was really easy. You know, I added a piece of clay up there to really make it look like Super Saiyan 2. So let's just get onto some quick comparisons here. So here's the original Majin Vegeta. As you can see, I painted everything from the boots. The blue is a much darker blue. The hair on this one I do not like at all. I much prefer mine. And here's a quick tip that I realized. Using acrylic paint on this body is incredibly difficult. I went through at least 3 coats of paint of dark blue before I got to this color. So just be patient with this. The best paint I realized was a acrylic paint. I bought it at Walmart for like $6, and it comes in like these little cans that are numbered like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're really cheap, and honestly, they painted this suit way better than just a regular professional acrylic paint. But if you have your own paint that you like to use, you know, like I said, you very much could just paint his boots here, do the darkening, and change his hair up a bit, and you'll just get a clean Majin Vegeta. But I obviously went all out here. So that's Majin Vegeta. Let's get some more comparison. Here is my anime color of Vegeta in the Cell games. And then lastly, I had not showcased this figure fully to my knowledge, but here's my ultra blue Vegeta. I used the same paint on his suit, and on his suit. The difference was I added more black to this blue. This was the standard dark blue, and I don't remember what I did to this one. I know it looks different from his, but it is the same paint. I think it is just because I sprayed him with the matte finish a lot closer than I did with him, and I did not let his paint dry as well as it did his. So that is the same color, but I do like the variations here. So here are my my 3 custom Vegetas. I have, you know, regular, ultra blue, and then Majin. And then for a final comparison, of course, we have to have our battle damaged Goku. So here they both are, looking, in my opinion, fantastic. I did manage to capture the skin tone a lot better this time around. I know this one really does fit, but he, off camera, it looks really tan. What I did was I used the same, it was like a pink flesh, but this time I added a bit of white to it, and it gave me the results that I wanted. You can really see on the sides there, see that color and that color match almost identical. So like I said, I should have added the pink color to this figure, but this was my first time doing it. I think this is still fantastic. These are 2 fantastic figures in my opinion. I did not add the white to his hair, and also he isn't as scuffed as him. I realized that during the fight that he really got his ass beat by Goku versus when Goku got his ass beat by Frieza. But like I said, those are my 2 battle damaged custom figures. And now I want to, this is where technically the video can end. If you were just watching the tutorial on how to do the Majin Vegeta, then this is where I'll call it a day for you guys. But for those of you who are my fans and who keep up with me, you know, I showcased this figure on my Facebook page way before that I'm posting this video. So like I said, please go check out my Facebook page. You know, it means a lot to me. And if you have any questions, you know, please ask me there. It's a lot easier. It's a lot more straightforward. And I want to say a few things before I end this video. I know I promised that I would post this video a week after I posted my last video, but during that time something had come up, and I'm now going to be in the process of a move from houses. So I kind of am in that kind of like, oh, you know, I can't really be doing all this because I'm going to be packing my things away. So I have to kind of lower it. I do have 2 more videos that I have scheduled that I do want to post before I start packing everything away. A while back, I got a comment from one of you guys saying that you wanted me to do another Goku Black video as like paying respects to my first video, which was the Shoto Goku Black. And you know, I love Goku Black, so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll be more than happy to make a Goku Black video. Question is, what can I do? And then I think it was the following week, or maybe in the same week, I had a post asking me if I was interested in any of the new bootlegs that had come out or had been revealed, or that you found on eBay. Yeah, that you found on eBay. If you guys aren't aware, there is now a Goku Black bootleg, Android 18 bootleg, Kid Goku, Trunks, and Piccolo, I believe. The only ones that really caught my eye of that bunch was Goku Black. I absolutely love Goku Black, Android 18, and Kid Goku. So what I'm going to do is my next video is going to be a in-depth review of the Goku Black bootleg, because, you know, I found one on eBay where this guy was selling them for $8 a piece. So I went overboard and kind of bought more than I probably should have, but you know what? It's Goku Black. There's so much you can do with him, and I will explain everything that I want to do with that Goku Black figure in my review. The order kind of got split up, so I'm getting 2 of them before the others. So I will review those 2 in hand, and I will show them detailed, and I'll pull them all apart. I'll show them to you fully, and I'll just do my best job to do an in-depth review for you guys. And then the last video I want to make before I take this break off of YouTube, because, you know, I'm not going to be able to order any more bootlegs until I'm already at the new place, and it takes usually like 3-4 weeks for from an item like a bootleg to arrive from Japan or from China. So, you know, I'm gonna have to wait on that. But I do have a lot of ideas that I want to showcase to you guys, and I will take you through those ideas. But the last video I want to make to you guys is a kind of a walkthrough of my room, of my collectibles. Like, I'll show you my Dragon Ball shells, all my Dragon Ball figures, and that will be my last video until I return. And I have a lot of ideas for characters that I want to make. I want to make a Bardock. I want to make a future Gohan. And I also want to make a, what is it? It's escaping. Oh, a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, yeah. I absolutely want to make a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, so I will definitely be getting around to getting the parts that I need for those figures. And come the time that I'm going to start assembling it, I'll obviously post a video about it. So, you know, like I said, guys, stay tuned for that. Bear with me. I'll try to be more active on my Facebook group or my Facebook page during these times that I won't be posting. So I will try to keep you guys informed of like what's going on and stuff like that. But like I said, guys, I just want to give a big thank you to all of you for watching my content, for liking and subscribing, and please, you know, go check out my Facebook page. It means a lot to me. And I hope you have a great night. I hope this video